All right, hello and welcome. My name is Kevin Doherty, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an online wellness program and get sales in the next 7 days. So this video is for you if you're feeling the financial strain of social distancing. I'm sure you are if you've had a brick and mortar practice or business of any kind. Without question, you're feeling the strain and just the uncertainty of this situation. You have health and wellness expertise you want to share with the world. You see the potential of taking your practice online, but you don't know how to make it happen. And the stress and uncertainty are mounting. And the longer this whole trend continues with the coronavirus and social distancing, the more stress and uncertainty, anxiety tend to fester and grow inside of us, right? It's just that it's a big question mark in terms of when normal will resume and if that will ever happen again. I definitely think there will be a new normal out of all of this. And I'll explain a little bit more about how that will look in this video. So, over the next few minutes, I'll show you how to shift into an online practice model and help way more people, how to do this without any risk, there is only upside, how to get sales within a few days, even if you're brand new to this approach, and why this is a golden opportunity for those who are resourceful and courageous enough to see it. A little bit about me in case I'm new to you. My name is Kevin Doherty again. I built a very successful wellness practice in Boulder, Colorado. I ran that for many, many years. And then I made the leap full time into an online coaching business that I've been running since about 2005. And I've helped thousands of practitioners all over the world. I've had the good fortune of working with chiropractors, acupuncturists, naturopaths, therapists, healers of all kinds, helping them build their private practices and make this leap into the online world, selling online programs, courses, things of that nature. I'm the author of The Instant Upgrade, The Purpose Principle, and Build Your Dream Practice. And I've personally launched dozens and dozens of successful online programs. When I say I've worked with thousands of people, that's the main model that I've used. And it's basically what I would want to teach you how to do here is how to run your own group programs online, leveraging a one-to-many model, automating the entire process, and generating passive income. So when I talk about opportunity, that's really what I'm getting at here. We have more people than ever online right now, stuck at home, worried about their health, worried about their stress levels, and they need the help of people like you. So if you know how to use the internet to build audiences of people who need your help, it is a massive opportunity in front of you right now. However, I say that with a little bit of caution because there are many moving pieces here and we want to make sure you don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to highlight some of the main challenges I see in this model and why many people just never have the success that they want and never comes to fruition. So here's the raw truth. The coronavirus is a wake-up call to humanity and life will never be the same after this. That's definitely the way I see it. Many practices are going to crumble and they simply can't handle the burden of potentially months of lost revenue. You may already be feeling the pinch of that, like I said. And if that's you, I definitely empathize. I understand how painful that is. And that's why I've brought you to this video, because we want to make sure you have a clear game plan in place moving forward. You have solutions that will alleviate the worry and the uncertainty that you're probably up against right now. Now, the truth, as far as I see it, my bias is that you must adapt to the digital era being ushered in if you want to survive. The coronavirus, to me, is definitely a catalyst for the digital era. It's moving things forward much faster than would have otherwise happened. And even if you are able to return to the normalcy of a brick and mortar practice, I still believe that you want to incorporate a digital component into the work that you're doing because it's only going to move more and more in that direction. And your goal is to be bulletproof against external conditions, the economy, crisis, pandemics. You want a business that really won't be damaged by any of that. And if you just rely exclusively on the brick and mortar practice, seeing clients one to one, it is a fairly vulnerable or tenuous business model, right? I mean, we're already seeing that. Whereas if you have a digital business, it can withstand a lot of these fluctuations in the outer world. Now, the truth is, there is definitely a hard way and an easy way to do what I'm about to describe. I will describe each for you, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I've worked with many, many people helping them set up this model, and I've seen some people stubbornly try to do this on their own, and it becomes very, very difficult for them very quickly. And I've worked with others who just get the help that they need and they use kind of proven processes to get this set up. And it takes a fraction of the time and they don't feel like they're just crushing their adrenals and aging prematurely trying to get all this set up, right? We want to make sure that this is easy for you and that you're having fun doing this. Okay, so when you're looking to get yourself set up online, there are really three big challenges that you're going to come up against. And these three challenges definitely highlight the barrier to entry for most people trying to do this. There's a reason why so many people who embark on this path don't have success. It really comes down to one of these challenges, or usually it's a combination of all three. Number one is the creative challenge, coming up with the content, the program title, the structure, etc. It's having enough content to be able to share with people over like a 6 to 8 week period, knowing how to structure that content in a sequential way that gets the best results, how to share that content in a way that doesn't just overwhelm your clients or make them feel underwhelmed. It has to, find that sweet spot where people are really enjoying the information and they're able to take action on it and get results. So if you've never done this before in an online setting, it's completely normal that that might feel a little bit intimidating or overwhelming because it's new to you and you're having to play a different role here as a teacher and coach than you would as just like a practitioner or somebody that fulfills a certain service or role in a brick and mortar business. The second big challenge is the technical challenge: which online platforms to use, when to outsource, etc. Right? Like, how do you know which plugins to use on WordPress, which widgets, which gadgets, which online shopping carts, which email marketing systems? And setting all of that up for a lot of people who aren't very technically savvy, it just is deer in the headlights. They get easily overwhelmed by all the technical challenges. Now, here's the truth. When you're setting up an online program, there's no way to bypass this. Like, you can't completely ignore the reality that you need to have a little bit of technical proficiency to do this, or you just need to outsource it, spend a little bit of money so somebody can help you do it, and you don't have to worry about any of that, okay? But this is definitely a huge stumbling block for many of the people that I've worked with, is they just get really stuck with the technical challenges. And then the sales and marketing challenge: how to get strangers to buy your program consistently. So even if you have a great course, a great program, and it's all set up perfectly online, technically speaking, if you don't know how to drive sales and get leads for that program, it's just going to be crickets. It's going to sit out there and just gather kind of virtual dust, so to speak, and just not do what you want it to do. And that is a huge challenge that unfortunately many people get stuck in. So I want to make sure that you are aware of these challenges and you have a solution in place. So if you're serious about this business model, if you know right now you need to pivot, you need to transition into an online model, but you're not sure how to do it, this is really the first thing: is just looking at the challenges that people face and just being accountable to them and having a clear game plan to overcome them. Okay. Now, any one of these challenges is enough to stop most aspiring online course creators dead in their tracks. I see it all the time. I understand the challenges and the pains and frustrations. However, once again, there's a hard way and there's an easy way to do all of this. Trying to do this all on your own is a recipe for frustration and failure. And I just want to once again be very honest with you. Like, these are all new skills to develop. And if you've never develop these particular skills, it's going to feel a little bit awkward or frustrating at first until you get the hang of it, even a little bit overwhelming, right? So that is, of course, where having guidance, structure, mentoring is just indispensable when you're trying to get it set up online. So the more we can take all the guesswork and trial and error out of this process, the faster you'll see results. I mean, it makes sense, right? So that's really my job as somebody who's done this at a high level for many, many years and I know exactly what works, what doesn't work. That's my job, is to make this just 1,000 times easier on you so you don't have to just do it in isolation and go through this long, painful process of trial and error trying to figure out how to transition into an online business model. So just to drill this down a little bit further, the wrong way to do this, let's make sure you're clear on this so you don't make these mistakes. You try to create an entire course before selling it. This is something that I still see a lot of people trying to do right now, is they think they need 6 weeks of course content ready to go before they can get their first sale. So what happens is they end up spending weeks or usually months just slaving away trying to get all this content created before they ever even get their first sale. Now, that is a recipe for self-sabotage and failure, because the truth is, you need sales in order to keep your motivation alive. You need sales to keep the momentum alive. And if you try to do all of the kind of labor intensive, tedious stuff on the front end before you get one sale, it's almost certainly going to backfire. So, my approach is you sell before you create the course, by and large. We'll get into that in a second. Spending hours and hours and hours researching online platforms, widgets, etc., and having a patchwork approach where you're using, this online shopping cart, you're using this email system, you're using this system over here to run membership programs or to host your course or your videos, and you're using this over here to build web pages out. And, it's just this patchwork, chaotic approach that ends up costing you way too much money and just spreads you too thin. This is extremely common. And we want a system that is all in one, all inclusive, and that makes all of this very easy for you so you can do it all under one umbrella. I'll explain that in a little bit more here in a second. Assume that if your course has great content, it'll sell itself. Huge mistake that I see all the time. You think like, hey, I'm an expert in this. I have so much value that I'm sharing here. I know people need this. I know that they're going to love it. And all that I need to do is just create amazing content and people will flock to it and it'll sell itself. Kind of similar in your practice, where even though you're great at what you do, you may have noticed that it doesn't necessarily lead to people just beating down your door to come get services or treatment from you. It's the same with this model. Having great content is definitely essential. We want to make sure you're sharing tons of value with your audience, with your customers, but it is not enough to get sales consistently. And then throwing up some Facebook ads to see what happens. And I still see this a lot from people that are new to this model. They're like, oh, I heard Facebook ads work really well to sell online courses or programs. I'm going to go ahead and throw up an ad and see what happens. So this is a surefire way to lose money. It's very, very risky to go out there and throw up Facebook ads if you don't know what you're doing, because it is a skill that you need to develop with the right training and the right practice, and just going through a series of refinements and getting that skill set developed. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. I just want to make sure you avoid these pitfalls before you get out there and really embark on this model, because I still see, and this used to be me too, people spending months, even years, really locked into struggle trying to do what I'm sharing here. And like I said, this can all be very simple and very like efficient, or it can take months, years, and make you feel like, why the hell did I even try to do this in the first place, right? Okay, so the right way to do this, pretty much the opposite of everything that I just said. Sell your program before you create it. So this is how you can get sales within the next 7 days. You don't need to have the entire course created. In fact, you don't need to have any of the course created. You can just create a date a few days out from now, build a basic sales page, and start marketing it to your existing client base if you have one. And that's the easiest way to start getting sales fast, is you just set a date in the future and you start marketing the thing ahead of time. It works way, way better than trying to create the course first and then selling it once it's all done. Use an all-in-one system that does everything you need for an online business. So instead of using, 20 different widgets and gadgets and online platforms, that's a total patchwork approach. You just use one system that does it all. So the system that I recommend to my clients is called Kartra. And Kartra is amazing because it does literally everything you need all under one umbrella. It does sales page building. It does web page building, lead pages. It does email marketing. It does taking online payments. It does memberships where you can host your program and give people secure access to it. It has a help desk. It hosts videos to a degree, and then you'll use Vimeo outside of that to host more. If you have course videos, you'll want to use Vimeo in conjunction with Kartra. But it's really just Kartra that you need to use for an online business. It is the most comprehensive. You get the most value for your money. And it is really quite simple to use once you get the hang of it. So that's the system that I recommend to my clients, and it works amazingly well. You want to have a proactive marketing plan that includes building your online network of email subscribers and social followers. So when I work with clients in this context, My number one goal when it comes to marketing is to help them build a targeted and engaged email list, because the money really is in the email list. And instead of, trying to get people to buy your program directly from Facebook ads or from any other marketing that you're doing, what you're doing instead is taking them to an email list where they can opt in exchange for some free value. We call that a lead magnet. You give them a lead magnet that has some awesome tips and some great value in it, and then that warms them up to buying your program, right? So you want to get your email list as big as you possibly can. And you want to remember this point. Please remember this. If you really want to become bulletproof against the recession, against depressions, against crises in our environment, it really comes down to having a big engaged network of people who know, like, and trust you and are happy to buy from you. It's really as simple as that. And that's what having a targeted email list helps you do. Okay, and then you want to use Facebook ads in a strategic, low risk way and scale up your ad budget once you're making money. So once you make your first round of sales of your program, you want to start slowly ramping up your ad budget to build your email list faster and build that network of people as fast as you can and get it into the thousands, okay? So this is a big subject. I can really only scratch the surface here, but I wanted to give you an overview of the right way to think about all this if you're serious about this model. Because I still see, like I said, a lot of people holding on to misnomers and myths and kind of false assumptions about how this all works. And my job in this video is just to get your thought process clear and accurate so you can enter this model with a successful opportunity and potential in front of you. Okay, so to get sales within the next 7 days, you're going to need a working title, a course structure, a sales page, and a thank you page. That's really it. A lot of my clients are actually using PayPal as a very basic way to take online payments to get started. So you don't even need like a full on online shopping cart yet. You just need a few things set up and you are ready to start getting sales. Okay. Now, once this is ready, you can then market the program to your existing client list. So one of the first things I help my clients do is get their clients set up in an email marketing system. If you don't have that done yet, I can walk you through that. But you want an easy way online to stay in touch with your entire client database. And that's going to be your first network of people that you would sell your online program to. And if you don't have an existing client list, like you're new to practice or new to business, that's fine. We can start building you a new network very quickly. But if you do have a client list, this is where you'd want to start to get your first round of sales. So several of my clients, just in the past couple of weeks, have done exactly this, and they've gotten their first round of sales within a few days of working with me. And these are people who are probably in the same place you are, where this is all new to them. They don't know about sales pages and funnels and shopping carts and web page builders and all this craziness. But they were able to sign up for my program and within a few days cut through all of that overwhelming noise and get their first round of sales for their program and do it in a way that was fun and efficient and just directly led to new revenue generation, new income streams. Okay. So you're likely asking yourself when you're hearing all this, I just want to kind of highlight a few of the main questions you're probably having right now. Well, how do I do this? How do I create a sales page? How do I know what to include in my program? How do I write Facebook ads that actually work? How do I get email leads? How do I create this lead magnet, like a free reporter video, and get people on my email list and have that lead up to sales in an effective way? And how do I set this all up on the internet? How do I do all this in a kind of logistical way so it's not just going to overwhelm me and make me just feel like this is too much to take on? Now, the truth is, this is going to sound like a lot if you're new to this, but this is all very, very simple once you get the hang of it. You can do this in a very non-technical way and have it be, like I said, a very efficient process, okay? Now, I want to show you just really quickly how I can help you set all this up. I can't go through all the details of doing this in a simple 20 or 30-minute video like this. I can just give you an overview. I have a 6-week coaching program called the Prosperous Online Practice, where I'm walking my clients through this whole process step by step. And not only am I like training them how to do this via video modules and Q&A webinars where they can come and ask me anything that they want every Tuesday, but I'm giving them templates to take all the guesswork out of this. So I just want to hop into my Facebook group here where this program is set up. and just give you a quick overview of how this is going. So right now in this group, the Prosperous Online Practice, we have close to 100 practitioners from all over the world who have signed up and who are going through this process of setting up their online practice and creating their own online wellness program. So this is generally a 6-week program that I'm suggesting my clients create. And I have a working title. I have a course structure that they're going to follow. I have PowerPoint modules that they can basically duplicate verbatim if they want or modify slightly. And so my job is to take the guesswork out of this entire process and give you templates, give you a structure where you just plug in your own content, your own information, and it literally makes it 1,000 times easier for you. So in the files section of this group, I just want to show you real quick some of what's included here. So as I mentioned, to get your online program set up and get that first round of sales in the next 7 days, you are going to need a sales page. So right here under program templates and in a few of these other resources here, you can see that we have a sales page template that I'm allowing my clients to use. This is a proven template that's converting very well. I know exactly what to include on a sales page. And what you're going to do if you join this program is reference this link, and then you are going to build out this page on your end, just like I have here. So you don't have to think about what to say on the page or how to write copy and all that stuff that is not that easy to do for most people. You're going to use my template, have your web person do it, or you can do it in a variety of ways, which I'll show you in this program. But this takes all the guesswork out of it. And then there's a thank you page template. So when people actually buy your program from your sales page, this is the next page that pops up. I give you a template for that. And then there's also a confirmation email here that we have set up that you can copy and paste into your email system. So this is what people will get when they sign up for your program. So it takes the guesswork out of that as well. So that's just one example of what's included. So you get the sales page, you get the thank you page, and then you also get this entire PowerPoint presentation for your course. So you can use my title for the course. You can use my entire structure for the course. You can use the PowerPoint modules week to week for the course. Now, the chances are your approach is going to be slightly different than mine. So you can modify this as much as you want. This is just meant to give you kind of a working structure. So it takes all the guesswork of how to create your own online program. So you're not just sitting in front of your computer with a blank screen going, what the hell do I do with this? It's just overwhelming, right? So you're just going to follow my PowerPoint modules and you're going to plug in your own information. And then I'm going to walk you through step by step how to record those modules using Zoom. It's very easy to do, and how to set them up on the internet using a system like Kartra or giving you some other options as well. And it's all step by step. It all shows you how to do this just one step at a time. So it's really easy. It's really simple. It takes you a matter of days rather than months or years. Now, I'm also giving you here a template you can use for your lead magnet. So this is what you give people in exchange for their email address. So you're going to get the opportunity here to use my ebook, put your name on it, and modify it however you want. So you can keep it exactly as it is, verbatim, or you can modify it based on your approach. And I'll show you exactly how to get it set up. So it's your name on the cover, not mine. And you can use it as an expert positioning tool. You can use it to build trust and rapport, build goodwill, share a lot of value with people new to your work. So it quickly warms them up to, these are people that don't know you yet. If you're running Facebook ads or you're marketing this in any other way, these are strangers. They don't know you, right? So that the odds of them going to buy your online program right out of the gate are very, very low, unless you use a lead magnet that quickly warms them up, builds trust and rapport, and positions you as the expert. So you can use my template here. So you don't even have to create a lead magnet. You can become literally like an instant author by having your own ebook. And then I have a video as well. It's about a 30-minute video. I'm going to give you the PowerPoint for that, so you can create a video as a lead magnet as well to accompany the ebook. That's optional, but I take all the guesswork out of that. And you can just follow my PowerPoint modules, and I walk you through exactly how to create a video for a lead magnet as well, and then how to set it all up and give it away to people for free, and then how to make that lead into the offer to your paid program, okay? So all of this is done for you. And I wanted to shoot this little video because it's hard to explain this in text, right? Like I wanted to give you a visual overview of what you actually get when you join this program, because it is extensive and it literally takes the guesswork out of this entire process. So let me scroll through here and just see if there's anything else that I wanted to highlight. So you get the lead magnets, you get the entire course setup, you get the sales page, the thank you page. Those are all done for you. And then, oh, you also get what's called an autoresponder template. So when people opt into your email list, these are the follow-up emails, the automated emails that you're going to send them over the next few days. So you don't even have to think about that. I've created that on my end as well. So this entire what we call funnel, which is the whole process you take somebody through from seeing your ad or that initial exposure all the way through delivering your course to them. This is all done for you in this program. Now, what's cool is I'm not only giving you these templates, but I'm giving you a lot of bonus material here that you can use in your program. So I'm giving you access to my guided meditations, my guided awareness tracks, and a few of my video modules on spirituality and personal development that will just add a little bit more substance or meat to your program. So you have my permission to use my resources as part of your program. So it takes a lot of the burden, the heavy lifting off of this for you. And all you need to do is create some simple weekly video modules for your clients based on the structure that I'm giving you in my PowerPoint templates. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And if we just go into the group here real quick, this group is an amazing group of practitioners. These are incredible people. You'll fit right in if you have a big heart and you are sincerely committed to helping the world, and you just want to, create some financial freedom and some leverage in your business, some automation, passive income. That's what everybody is in here doing. So just to give you kind of a visual sense of what we're doing here and the questions that are coming in. And I'm active in this group every single day, answering questions and making sure everybody has support and has their needs met. And then we have Q&A webinars every Tuesday as part of this group right now. So if you get stuck on any of this, I will help you out and make sure that you're able to move forward on those three big challenges, right? The creative challenge, the technical challenge, the sales and marketing challenge. Our goal in this group is to conquer all of those challenges. So you can literally go from where you are today to getting your first round of sales within the next few days, and then start marketing to people who are new to you, to strangers, giving them some free information and a lead magnet and warming them up to your program, putting them through a sales funnel, and starting to automate your sales process by doing that. So as you can see, this can all be fairly overwhelming. It can be a lot to take on if you're new to this model. And that's the reason people don't have success with it. So my job, my goal in this program is just to make this as simple on you as I possibly can. And that is the easiest way to get success doing this, is just to make it as templatized, as structured as we possibly can. So there's no guesswork or overwhelm. Okay, so if that makes sense, and if that resonates with you, you can click the button below this video to learn all about the Prosperous Online Practice Coaching Program. And there you'll go to a page where it just lays out all the details, the start date, the price, all that good stuff. If you'd like to join, there's a little button you can click. You can just enter your personal information, your payment information, and you will be signed up within the next 5 minutes, and we can get you off and running to set up your own online wellness program in a matter of days instead of weeks or months. All right. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kevin Doherty, and I hope this video gives you a ton of value and clarity. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on the inside of this program and being able to help you implement this model. All right. Thanks a lot.